Hey, so just thought we put together another little episode today. I went out and worked on the Challenger and just did some more on the roof. So enjoy the show. Okay, so it's been a while. I thought I would come back out here today. The weather's a bit crap, but it's not raining right now, so I'm going to work on the roof a little more. And I'm not really working on anything other than just grinding some of the rust off. So nothing really exciting going to happen today. But some of the reason is there are some smaller dents that if I go after it with some really aggressive grinding disc and I apply the heat properly, some of those little dents will just pop right out. So it accomplishes a couple things. I need to get it stripped down to bare metal anyway, and when a car is in the condition this one is, with this kind of rust on it, there's no way to get it down without, I mean, I could send it out and get it media blasted, but I'm quite frankly too ornery to spend that kind of money. So I'm just going to go after it with a grinding disc, because I've done hundreds of times before on cars, and get another chunk of this roof ground down and start to make this thing look better and get it ready for actually finishing the roof. So there you go. Okay, so it's starting to rain, so I got to quit, but that's okay. So yeah, I got this smoothed out better here, but didn't create. There's a lower spot here than I realized because this was too high, but this now, right up to this point, is good. Most of the small dents are now gone. There's a couple in there, but those are going to be there because that's where I think a car sat on it. Pretty sure this came out of a pile in a junkyard. So overall, pretty good. So I need to, as I mentioned last time, I got some work over there to do, and I got some work in here to do, some dollying, and that's going to be a bit tricky, but no big deal. I'll get it out of there, so it'll look good. But I got to spray this now because it's starting to rain, and I want to get this covered up before we get too much water on it. Okay, so there we go. Put this back in here. It's raining now, and I got to get the tools put away and everything. But I was pretty well done anyway because my hands were getting too sore. Let me just step in here now. So there was a high spot here, which was hiding really a low spot here, as I said in the last video. So I've got to work on that. That's going to partly be resolved by that brace that I put across inside. So I don't know that I'm going to mess with that too much. But this part here now, it's a little rough here in spots, but a nice little skim coat of tiger hair on that, and that's going to smooth out. One thing I have noticed, and I have to look at another Challenger, because I'm noticing a body line across here. I think that's what that is. I don't think it's a crease on the roof. But I've never noticed that on a Challenger before, so I've got to go find out if that's supposed to be there and then recreate that if it is. But, excuse me. One thing I was going to comment, these discs that I'm using are 36 grit. I prefer 24s, but it's all I could get. I was going to get some good 3M ones, and they were $11 a piece. So I went with the cheap Parts Master ones. They were about 10 bucks for three, so $3 a piece. If you're lucky, I used 3 today, and you can see that I got basically 1 square foot done here, a little bit here, and another square foot done there. My rule of thumb on this stuff is that it'll take 1 of these per square foot. I think on my 47 Ford, which was probably as bad or worse than this to grind down, I think I used 100. So that gives you an idea of the cost. I'll probably have 100 discs in this before I'm done. So that's about it there. It's coming along. Don't get a lot of time to work on it, but I figured I'd come out here and chip away at it a little bit and get something done since I had some time. So it's all good. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer what I can. And if you know where I can find another one of these, let me know. And a total wreck, I don't care. If I have to go very far to get it, I obviously want title and VIN number and all that stuff. I don't want a stripped Hulk that has nothing. But I'm looking for specific parts, and if you know one that's rotted into the ground but fairly complete, that's what I want. That's what we did for Joe's Charger, and it worked really, really well. So we stripped it out and then sold what was left to a guy in Connecticut who is rebuilding it. And it was bad. It was way worse than this car. So that's it for today. Hey, thanks for joining me on My Cars page.